Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Everett from over at Flint Hill Elementary School. Remember, I teach the fourth grade, and today I want to teach you a writing lesson. And we're going to do this writing lesson based on our role models, people who we look up to. And we're going to try to use some role models that are not our moms and dads because we want to be able to research them, okay? And today we're going to, at the end of this lesson, I want you to go and research your role model and write down some important facts and data about them, okay? So first we're going to talk about who is your role model and why are they important to you? So in order to talk about that, I'm going to talk about my role models. So I have three people here. This person happens to be, if you can see let me make sure you can see my arrow. This person happens to be Mary McLeod Bethune. This is Simone Manuel. And this is Madam C.J. Walker. And I have very good reasons why these people are my role models. Now, first, before I show you that slide, I'm going to go back. Really think about what a role model is to you. Because sometimes we just think it's someone who is famous. Well, they don't necessarily have to be a role model, but they can be someone that's famous. It doesn't have to be someone who everybody knows, right? And it could be very particular to your interests. So these people are very particular to my interests and things that I've done in life or something that my child may have done in life. So a role model is a person whose behavior in a particular role is imitated by others. A lot of times you imitate what your role model does. So my role model is in education. So I want to be a teacher. Listen to what I said. I'm going back to that. So a role model is also a person who someone admires and whose behavior they try to copy. So if I think someone is honest, caring, and kind, and they're my role model, I may try to copy those behaviors. So remember, I was telling you, my role models are particular to the things that I do in life. Well, here we are. This is Mary McLeod Bethune. Well, she was in education. And although I went to education a little later in life, she was my inspiration for it. So she's an educator and she inspired me to be an educator. I wanted to imitate some of her behaviors in being in education. Simone Manuel is not so much as my role model. Now, I do look up to her, but my daughter is a competitive swimmer. And this young lady is also an Olympic swimmer. She won a gold medal in the Olympics. And my daughter very much looks up to her, and I do too, because she inspires my daughter to be a better swimmer, right? Now, we also have Madam C.J. Walker. Now, I have a cosmetology license, which means I know how to do hair. And she was a cosmetologist. So she has inspired me to work on my craft. Now, I kind of mess with my own hair. Sometimes I have funky styles in my hair, but it all comes from the inspiration of Madam C.J. Walker. Okay? So those are my examples of who my role models are. Now, what I would love for you to do right here in this video, right now, is pause the video, and I want you to write a list of your role models, people who inspire you. Try not to do mom and dad. I know sometimes, or grandma, or auntie, or uncle, I know they do inspire us at times, but try not to do them. So you'll pause right here and write your list, and then you'll come back. Okay, so we're back, and we are going to just pick one of those role models, and we are going to research and write about them. Now, it says research and write, but I kind of just want you to do a little bit of the research and I want you to do a lot of the researching, and a little bit of the writing, okay? So what I want you to do is use the Google search engine to research your role model. Write down any interesting facts and data you want to include in your essay. So we're just going to stop at one. I just want you to write. You can do a draft if you want, but we really need to know how to use the technology to look for our information. I'm going to give you an example before I release you to do it yourself. So I said one of my role models are Mary McLeod Bethune. Well, I'm going to go to Google because Google really gives me good information. And for some reason, my Google search engine is not up. But I'm going to find it. Oh, no, I didn't press Google. Doesn't that happen to you sometimes where you don't press Google or you think you did, but you haven't? And let's see. And sometimes our computers move a little slow and things like that. But we get there, don't we? All right. So I like to go to Google. I see Bing, but I want to go to Google. And I'm going to put in Mary. There we go. Mary McLeod. And she's right there. And it says she's an American educator. And I know I've got to the right person. And I'm probably going to go to women's history. Not Wikipedia so much, but women's history of work. And here's pictures of Mary McLeod Bethune. And I'm going to go to this. And I'm going to start reading things. And I'm going to start pulling out facts. And here it is that she's the daughter of former slaves. That's interesting, isn't it? Right? And I can put when she was born. She was born on July 10th, 1875. Right here is where we see that information. Where she was born, South Carolina, was just a state over from Georgia. And many interesting things, right? I would put that on there. Now, I don't want to just go to one site to find information about her. I want to go to another site. I don't want to go to Wikipedia, but maybe I'll go to biography.com and here we go. What do they have? And some of the information will be the same, but this one starts talking about her early life. Who is she? Look, it says what school she graduated from. And there's some other things that we'll discuss. And as I am researching these things, I'm writing them down because I'm going to form an essay from them, right? So what I want you to do, and I'm going to go back to my last slide, research. Today, research and write down the information. Write down the facts about your role model. Now, if you paused the video and you listed your role models, but now you have to pick one and do research on them and get all of the facts so you can write a really, really good informational piece about them. Okay, guys? Until next time, make sure you're writing and don't forget, don't look at Wikipedia. Use the Google search engines, biography, and things like that. Okay, guys? All right. Have fun until next time. Bye.